Uh, Again, more videos because I've been slacking and recording the last few days. Now, I've said it before in a couple of my other videos, but I decided to spend the rest of the year reading Jennifer L. Armentrout's books. I love her writing style, so I wanted to read some of the other stuff she wrote. And I had finished 2 in the last week, and I just wanted to talk about those because you know how it is. You can't just get a book and then not have anyone to talk to about it. That's just how it is. So, the first one I read was Frigid. So, like I was saying, I read Frigid by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I got it on the ebook. Now, I've said it before, I think, in one of my last videos. There are 2 main characters. It is Sydney, yes, and Collar. And it was definitely the friends to lovers trope. They've been friends since elementary school. He never thought he was good enough. You know, she thought that she was never going to get noticed. She wasn't his type. I just want to start by saying this is an excellent book. A great palate cleanser. Like, if you've just finished reading a decently long, like, just full of information, like, series with 4 or 5 books, this is something great. Now, there is steamy and spicy bits, but, I mean, I'm not complaining about them. But it was good. I liked it a lot. I'm a sucker for a happy ending. I always have been. But I did like it, and there will be spoilers I talk about in this video. But I will put up a warning right before I go into those, so that way if you've not read it, you want to read it, you can just stop watching there and just come back later once you have read it. But it did have the friends to lovers trope, and we all like that. It had the warm bed trope, so but it wasn't just your typical like romance. There was like a bit of like thriller bits in it, so I like that a lot. Definitely kept me on the edge of my seat. This was a very good read, a one sitting read. I think it's a little less than 300 pages. It is so good. I found myself getting attached to the characters, obviously. Found myself relating to Sydney, the main female character. She's really shy. She's always buried in the books. She's not much of a partier. You know, she'd rather be at home reading, or, you know, she just don't like that crowd. And now Kyler, completely different. He parties, you know, he's this big popular guy. All the girls want him. All the guys want to be him. All that. Now he is very protective of Sydney because she's like his best friend. You know, he loves her. She's been hurt before by a guy. He's not going to let that happen again. There were some things I loved. Most of it I loved. There were some things like that Kyler done that I didn't so much just care for. But I did like it. It was a good palate cleanser. I liked it a lot. That'll definitely be books I get physical copies of. It's a really sweet read. You know, it's nothing too heavy. It's very light. It's a fun read. Not as predictable as I first thought it would be. Now, I know a lot of people didn't like Sydney's character. They found her to be kind of whiny and just, I think some people have said like maybe like a little too self-centered. I felt differently. She is, to me, I connected with her because I felt she was very self-conscious about herself, the way she looked, the way her friends are. Like, she don't feel like she fits in. She's just a worrier, which nothing wrong with that. Like, that's how I am. Like, I would rather be at home reading than going out and partying, etc. Like, that's just not my style. But I absolutely loved her, connected with her so much. If you can't tell, I've been up reading. But I did connect with her a lot. She was well wrote, and you're not going to connect with every character in every book. It's just not going to happen. I connected with her. Got angry at Kyler several times because of how he was acting. I'm sitting there yelling at like 2 in the morning at my Kindle, like, you need to straighten the hell up. Like, you're messing this all up right now. But it is a good read. It's a fun read. I liked it a lot. I gave it a 5 stars because if a book can make me cry, then it's worth it. So definitely 5 stars on that one. It was really good. I recommend it. I think it's $6 on the ebook store. That's the cover. It is part 1 in a series. It's really good though. And like I said, let's see. It is about 5 hours to read it, so not long. Definitely a one sitting read. Now there was a few things that I highlighted in here. Let's see here. Still learning how to work this Kindle, so bear with me for just a minute. So we are going to go into some of the parts that happened in the book that I felt certain ways about. So spoilers are coming up. Putting a sign up now, so if you don't want any spoilers, you don't want to be ruined, anything like that, just pause and come back once you've read it.